Hi, everybody. So I'm Clair Blacketer. I am an associate director at Janssen Research and Development, and I'm also a student in Peter Reinbeck's group at Erasmus MC. Um, and within the community, as you probably saw already, I help to lead the Common Data Model Working Group along with Christian Reich. And then I also lead the Data Quality Dashboard Development Group. So as you might have guessed, my interests are around data standards and data quality. And what I'm really looking forward to doing this coming year and in the years beyond is trying to understand how data standards and quality really impact the evidence we're generating around the community. And Craig also asked us to talk about why we feel inspired or empowered within the community. And I thought about this a little bit, and what really has empowered me in the community, I think, is the way that the community wants everyone to really learn. It's not just about what I can do for the community, but it's also about what the community can do for everyone else. So I started leading the Common Data Model Working Group. It was right after my son was born, and he's almost 5. So I'll say I've been leading it for 4 years. And what's been great, but also at times very humbling, is that the community has allowed me to learn and grow during that process. And we've really gone through a lot of iterations of how do we update the model? What's the best way to do it? How do we really bring all the voices from around the community to feel like they have ownership of this model that we all rely on? And I think we've tried a few things out. We've had some great successes. We've also stumbled in a couple of places. But the fact that the community has been willing to let us as a group learn as we go, and everyone's been extremely supportive and understanding as we're trying to figure out, the best way to take care of our collective baby. It has been amazing to me. And I've learned so much in that process, as opposed to if, someone, like George just said, hey, here's how you're going to do it, and you have to do it exactly the way I say. The opportunity to learn and grow together has been amazing. And I think we've ended up actually with a really amazing model and a really great group to work with that model, and also a really great process.
Great. Thank you, Claire, and thank you for all the work you are doing in our community, especially with the Common Data Model. All right, I'm going to turn it over now to Paul.
That's great. And Claire is one of my role models. I love working on data quality. So hello, my name is Paul Nagy, and I lead the Odyssey efforts here at Johns Hopkins. I'm the Deputy Director for our Technology Innovation Center, and I direct the online master's program in informatics and data science. So I've been an admirer of Odyssey through George Ripsack, who is really a visionary in my field of informatics. I believe that Odyssey, along with FHIR, are the 2 most critical technical competencies for informaticists in our field to have, and we have entire courses dedicated to them. But my opportunity to jump into Odyssey really didn't begin until 18 months ago. Johns Hopkins has supported other common data models such as PecorNet, ACT, and Trinetics, but with COVID, it really gave me the opportunity to transform our clinical data to Omop as part of the National COVID Collaborative. And so if you are still trying to build the business case to get your leadership to buy in within your organization, I encourage you to reach out to me. I've found that more registries are adopting Omop, and it can help with the justification. So how did I get started learning Omop? I started on my treadmill watching videos on YouTube from past symposiums and tutorial workshops. There's just an enormous treasure of material from the Book of Odyssey to the Eden Academy, and I feel it really demonstrates a commitment to transparency. From these presentations, I personally resonated with the open science values that I heard, and I believe are critical to bring together a multidisciplinary community to solve big problems. And yeah, I still watch videos today. There's a lot going on with Odyssey from all the 25 different working groups. So my personal goal is to leverage Odyssey and the ecosystem to help my clinicians discover and innovate in our clinical setting as part of our Learning Health System initiative. I believe that Odyssey can create value for health organizations, improving their information metabolism. And as Craig mentioned, I recently gave grand rounds on this at about the Hopkins journey. And if you're interested in trying to build a community of practice in your organization, I would love to share notes with you and help you in any way that I can. The best place to find me is in our teams. I find that is the most effective way to do collaboration. And so that kind of brings me to the topic is how can you get greater value for you and yourself and your organization out of Odyssey and for your own career? And the answer is, of course, stop being a wallflower and getting engaged in the conversation. Joining a working group and joining the conversation is a great way to interact with mentors, also to build your own network and grow your professional career. Odyssey is chock full of mentors who help you develop skills and advance your career, whether it's software development, statistics, epidemiology, informatics. It is amazing what a team science environment we live in. So I did want to make a plug. When we started the ETL process, we had a lot of questions relating to conventions and about what other EMR systems typically did, like things around visit details. Searching the forum and reaching out to others within Odyssey, especially on Teams, saved us so much time and it resolved so many issues. So if you're like me and are trying to build or keep your concept sets up to date with your ETL, I encourage you, a great place to start is our EMR working group. We are here to help you to get over that ETL hump and actively working on ways to lower that barrier of entry. So come and join us with your questions, and you will find this is a highly practical community, and very quickly you'll be able to help others facing similar problems that you've encountered. So, and as you know, Odyssey is more than just a common data model, as Patrick said. It's more than a suite of very cool validated statistical tools, and it's even more than a powerful research network representing 10% of the world's population. Above all, for me, this is a vibrant international community reinventing how we create reproducible evidence on observational health data, and that is a mission I believe in. Thanks, Craig.
Awesome, Paul. Thank you very much. Next, I want to turn it to one of our newest collaborators, somebody I don't think many of us knew a year ago at this time, and now a Titan Award winner and one of the leaders of the early stage researcher work group, which I mention a lot because I think it's really one of the great entry points for Odyssey. If you want to get involved and you're new, especially if you're a young researcher, this is a great place. So Faaizah, do you want to share a few words?
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Craig. I'm Faaizah Arshad. I'm a third-year undergraduate student at UCLA, and I have a major in psychology, aspiring to attend medical school. So I joined Odyssey in November 2020 through Mark Suchard's lab at UCLA, and it's been almost 1 year. And I think I can affirmatively say that it's the most memorable experience of my undergrad. I really wanted to join research in college because I knew it would be a powerful learning experience for me beyond the classroom. And I wanted to challenge myself in new ways and think more critically. I also just really wanted to explore what areas of academia fascinate me. But I think most importantly, as an aspiring physician, I wanted to just engage in work that was like interdisciplinary and not limited to just my major, which is psychology, because I think that medicine is interdisciplinary and it's complex and it's also collaborative and communicative. And I think that Odyssey is just a culmination of all of those concepts. So I've been involved in two main aspects of the community. The one is the early stage researchers working group, and the second is the UMEA study. So I felt empowered to help lead the early stage researchers working group with Ross Williams because I just wanted to advance inclusivity for junior community members like myself who have a beginner's perspective and who are coming into the community with numerous questions and who are just eager to learn various skills. And I think that the early stage researchers community has been a really amazing way to network with other students who are just starting their careers, as well as to seek advice from them, support each other. And I really think it's helping me make the most of my Odyssey experience. So I just hope to continue growing and supporting each other. And I definitely welcome anyone to join. And then the UMAEA study has also been an exciting experience. I've had the chance to lead a study on sequential designs and to also present a poster on it at the Odyssey Symposium. So I think it's great because it's really relevant to the current worldwide setting with COVID-19. And I think I definitely feel really fortunate to contribute to methodological research. But overall, that's a little bit about what I do within the community, my focuses, and just why I feel inspired. Thank you.
Great, Faaizah. Thank you very much. And feel free to pass that weather along to anybody else on the call, because there's a lot of jealous people right now. One of those jealous people, as he pointed out in the chat, is Dani Prieto-Alhambra. He'll conclude our talks from the community. Dani?
Thank you, Craig. Yeah, I agreed to speak today before I realized I was going to speak after Claire, Paul, and Faaizah. So I probably took the wrong decision there. So yeah, I'm Dani. I'm a clinician scientist at Oxford and a professor of pharmacoepi. My passion is in pharmacoepi and real-world evidence of pharmacoepi research methods. And I was seduced by the Odyssey community around December 2017 in a meeting organized by the European Medicines Agency that I still remember very well, and joined the community sometime in 2018. So the reasons I really like working with Odyssey, I'm going to just name three for the sake of time. One is that I think this is one of the few communities where I really find that leadership is a team effort, and that is the only type of leadership that I enjoy and can work with, and that is true here. So join a team and become a leader, because you will really enjoy that, and there's opportunities for everyone to lead a study or to lead a group. The second reason is that I am a kind of impatient guy. I don't really enjoy when a new when an epidemiologist or a clinician like myself comes up with a new way of creating a cohort or doing data curation that basically kind of postpones the fun of producing evidence and reliable evidence. And I think this community does a really good job at combining innovation and reproducibility and efficiency to generate reliable evidence, as our mission says. And finally, something that I find is very important is that I think this is one of the communities where data sciences, bioinformatics, computer sciences, statistics, clinical epidemiology, and all of those disciplines converge rather than diverge. And that is something that I feel very strongly we have to do together and we have to push for. There's so much going on out there where people basically are taking divergent directions and trying to solve the same problem in completely different directions and not leading to anything useful. And I think that is a real good value of Odyssey.